Hey, yo, Trust, this 38 Spesh, man. Shout out to allhiphop.com, man. Y'all want that real? Y'all gotta come to allhiphop.com, nigga. Trust.
Yo, what's up, world? It's your man Chuck Creekman, aka Jigsaw, here with my man Slops, and this is number 10 of the All Hip Hop Podcast, and we are here with none other than Rochester's own, one of the finest lyricists out today, 38 Spesh.
What's happening, man?
What's good, bruh?
Oh, I'm cool.
How you doing, man? You super cool today.
Yeah, I'm relaxing, man. I'm hard too. I stay hard. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. So you got this new project, man. Seven shots.
Mm-hmm. 7 shots, man. You know, 7 shots out right now. Make sure y'all go and get that, man. Hottest shit in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 7 shots is out right now, man.
What made you call it? It's 8 songs. I thought it would be 7.
Hey. I'm glad you paying attention.
Yeah.
A lot of people been saying it's 7 songs and shit. They need to know. You know what I mean? Like, it's 8 full songs and shit. And yeah, man, the science behind it was I first made a joint called 5 Shots, and I put 6 songs on it. Then I ended up making a joint called 6 Shots, and I put 7 songs on it. Then I did it with 7 shots, you know what I'm saying? And it's 8 joints on 7 shots, though. So I always gave y'all a bonus record, long story short, you know what I mean?
Got you. Okay.
The joint with Ransom was the bonus joint.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know.
Speaking of which, cause I seen like y'all both have that track on both of y'all projects.
Yeah, so the way that happened, that was originally Ransom's record. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Last Gas was Ransom's record. I loved it so much. I asked him, can I rap on it? I was like, yo, let me please rap on it and use it for my album, man. And he was like, you know, all right, I got you and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was a big favor on his behalf that he did for me and shit, you know what I mean? The record was already done and uploaded, ready to come out. So, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's how that ended up happening. That's how we ended up putting it on both of us.
That's dope. What was your creative process on this album? Was it different? Was it the same? Like, was there anything unique?
Well, it was a little different because I went to the studio and I knocked it all out, like really, like in one session. So it was like a vibe type of thing.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I realized that's how I want to do all my projects. Even if it's not a one session, I want to be in the same environment that I recorded. You know, previously I would just record songs wherever I was at. With this project, I was in the same environment. These last couple projects I've been working on, I've been in the same environment.
You find it makes it more cohesive of a project?
Definitely. You know, you get the vibe come from the energy of the environment. Not just what you write. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I could write in a certain environment. So I don't write before I get to the studio. I used to do that.
Okay.
Now I actually capture the energy from the room.
Right.
From the environment, from how I'm feeling that period of time, right then and there.
Yeah.
And I capture that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the difference process. I stayed in one spot and recorded this whole shit.
Where were you? I mean, if you can.
I was actually in, I was at, outside of New York and, like, outside of New York City, out in Valley Cottage.
Okay.
Valley Cottage at, this guy named Chris Pinsett studio. He got a nice studio.
Okay.
Nice studio, very good vocal chain. You know, for those that don't know what that is, that's like your vocal setup, like your mic, your preamp, and you know all of those things. Like, guy got a real good vocal chain and shit, and I'm big on that. You know, I need to hear myself a certain way for me to deliver it a certain way. So I recorded all of them songs over there at his spot.
Okay.
So, obviously, like, one of the behind the cameras, he's actually seen your recording process, but actually he said, like, he actually missed this one time, like, came and did a feature. He said, like, he set everything up, the Pro Tools up, once he was in the bathroom and came back. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm done already. So it's like, yo, you're just, like, that fast and you write that quick. Like, how is these things so intricate? Because these bars are layered up, you know, to the point where you have to sit with it, you have to digest it. It's very dense, but it's so quick. How is that even possible?
It's just for me mastering the technique. I got a certain technique and certain formula that I stick to that I just like mastered. And it's just from like years of practice to where and me actually knowing who I'm rapping for. So that's the main thing. The main thing is knowing who you're rapping for. So that's way, if I know who I'm rapping for, it make it me easier to be able to direct what I'm saying towards. So, you know, I rap for the same person every time. I don't rap for nobody different. So it makes it easier for me to come up with the shit when I know who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it comes so quick.
So who's the person?
The person out is actually my peers, my friends. So, you know, shout out to DJ Premier. He told me, Spesh, man, you should only be rapping for your friends. Nobody else, your friends. And if they feel you, it's a million people like them.
Yeah.
So that be the advice I give to cats. Like, don't rap for my friends, rap for your friends. They the ones that's gonna feel you. They the ones that live a life that you feel. So it's gonna be most relatable. These are people that you with every day. Don't try to rap for my friends. You know what I'm saying? My friends might be different than yours.
Right.
So when I go in the booth, I'm only aiming for the cats that was my peers that lived the life that I live, and I only want to aim for them. And if they feel me, that's where the energy gonna come from. And now we could go and push, because I want the energy from my friends. It don't really matter about anybody else. So when I go in the booth, I only rap for them. It just so happens it's a million people. It's a lot of people that's like them.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? As opposed to me rapping for everyone. You know what I mean? Or trying
That's
to fit in.
crazy, because Black Thought said something to me similar a few years ago. That he raps for, where he said, you know what I mean? He said that to me.
Real
you know what I'm saying? A couple years ago. I was like, wow, okay. Now I get it.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, all right, then I wanted to think. I did like in this 7 shots. There was like not just like obviously like the street bars. There was actually like remnants of like health, getting your health in order, like physically and mentally, like even like mental, mental health and stuff like that. You like sprinkling it in, so people. I mean, so if anybody from the outside looking in, they'll skim through it and it's just jug bars to them. But obviously, like there's a bigger message in all of it, like when you're talking and stuff like that. As far as that goes, is that the message? Like, do you want people to get that? Like you putting out there with like the growth?
Yeah, of course. Like, as I grow as a person and get more information, I feed it to the people. But I realize you can't feed steak to a baby. I know how I was when I listened to music and how I like to digest it. So I like to sprinkle those messages in between all the other stuff that they want to hear. Like, like I said, I know who I rap for. I rap to motivate my people. So I motivate my people by talking to my real life experiences and what they understand. In the middle of me doing that, I try to motivate them to better their life. You know what I'm saying? So I sprinkle things so I don't get caught up in preaching and fully just like, yo, listen, you should eat this and you should, stop doing this and you really shouldn't do that, because, a lot of people don't want to hear that. But if I sprinkle it in the middle of everything that you want to hear, it'll be a little easy to digest. Right. You know what I'm saying?
You have Trust Health too, right?
Definitely.
What's that about?
That's basically what that's about. Trust Health is is basically a part of the site where we provide different information, and it's still under development. But under Trust Health, people will be able to log in there and get certain recipes, certain medicinal products. We're gonna be selling essential oils, and things of that nature. Just a lot of things in the health field. You know what I'm saying? So like, because a lot of people want to like start, but don't know where to get the information. Don't know how to start. Don't know the recipes. Don't understand that you could cook something that tastes just like what you've been eating your whole life.
That's a fact.
But just don't know how. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the Trust Health is about, and we're going to be providing that. And it's still under development, but it's going to be fully operational in the next 60 days.
Now I was gonna say, you said something else that was kind of interesting. You can't feed steak to a baby, or like people don't want to hear the preaching, but at one point rap was kind of preaching. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I would say that it wasn't fully preaching, but it was more. It had more content and more substance.
Yeah.
We always talked our ignorant shit in the middle of it, but at the same time, we actually had more morals and principles and more substance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, as time went by, we started losing more and more substance. You know what I'm saying? But, I would like rap wasn't really like just a preaching thing, like, yo, stop doing this and stop doing that. Because, you know, like I said, like, you know, a lot of my favorite rappers, they said what they said from their point of views, but they always added a jewel here and a jewel there. Now it's no jewels in the music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's completely destruction. Blow your money, get high, you know, live for today.
Right.
Fuck tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know, so
you could never do a "Hey guys, stop the violence" type record.
Right.
What?
Right.
Yo, so I mean, so that's actually like good to like build off of, cause like we don't. Would you ever see like? Could we ever see like a public? You ever think we could see like a Public Enemy or like a conscious group ever be like mainstream again? Like somebody young and conscious be like mainstream?
I feel like we could see it if it's done right. You know, it can't just be like conscious. The main thing is being influential. You know, if you do something in an influential way that's actually, you know, relatable to the people, then you have the power to lead. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like people be so focused on like the wrong things instead of just making the best music. The power is in making the best music. The best music give you the power to lead. As you decide to do it, whatever you decide to do with that power is on you. But, you know, it ain't, the power is in the music. You know what I'm saying?
All right, then. You and Ransom obviously have like this tremendous chemistry and stuff like that. I kind of want to see like maybe you two lock in with like a like one producer type of like project with like a big name, like somebody like more commercial, like to hear like that sound stretch and stuff like that. I want y'all to get like the recognition, because I was saying like I don't know, like it frustrates me that it's one of those like if you like you guys are like one of those if you know kind of, you know what I'm saying, type people. I would personally like to hear y'all like on the radio all the time and stuff of that nature. Do you guys ever see like maybe like personally like maybe like a big machine like for like a one project kind of thing to get done or something like that?
You know, I appreciate it's a lot of people like you that's very passionate and want to see that kind of music on a bigger platform, right? But what I understand is that we provide a service, right? It doesn't matter what platform it may be on, it's a service that's provided. So those big platforms are there to provide a service. My service might not be found on those big platforms, but I still provide a service. Everybody is there to provide a service. Now, I realize that what I do, I only want a certain time of your day. I don't need all of your time. I only want you to listen to me for a certain part of your day, and that's all I make music for. So I might not be the person you listen to when you're in the club. I might not be the person you listen to when you're with your lady. I might be the person you listen to when you busting your moves, though. And I'm fine with that space. With me being fine with that space, that's the only service that I'm trying to provide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, that makes sense.
I feel you.
I let them provide their services because they can't provide the service that I provide.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So if their service is more fitting to the, you know, major platforms and commercial radio, that's fine. Because my service is going to actually be able to provide the lifestyle that I want regardless. You heard? Without having to, so at the end of the day, you know, it ain't you should just want us to keep making music. It's not about whether if we on the same platforms as them, because they there for a reason. To provide you that service during the day when you doing this, or when you riding with you, or when you doing this. That's them for to provide that service, and that's the way they gonna get into your life. I'm gonna get into your life another way. You're gonna have to look for me. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to dig for my shit. Because, you know, it's like anything special. You know what I'm saying? And that's how my shit is. My shit is really art, and that's why you appreciate it. Maybe if I was on the radio every day, you wouldn't have the same passion that you would have about me. Maybe you would start to lose that because too much circulation make the value go down on anything. Maybe you had a high level of appreciation for us due to the fact that you can't
find it everywhere.
Just like anything else, just like those exclusive pair of sneakers you might like, or that exclusive outfit, or that exclusive whatever garment.
He thought this out. I
never. Most people think, we got to flood the market. Like that seems to be the formula right now.
At the end of the day, we just need to have people like that, feeling like the way you feeling. Like I'd rather hear that than that.
You rather hear we need more of you than we need less of you. Yeah. Right. I respect
and
that.
That's all. That's the main purpose. As long as you feel like you would rather hear us on the radio than them, we doing what we supposed to do. We causing a disservice the day that we stop because we may not never make it on those platforms. And if we make that be the goal, that may cause discouragement.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
If we don't join the political ways or join forces with these other entities and these other people, then we might not get to those platforms that's owned by those people. We can't let that be the goal and dictate our movement. Our movements need to just be what we doing. Make the best music possible. If it never gets on the radio, who cares? If you love it, that's what matters. Don't matter if all of that, because if we was doing it for that, then we'd be making different moves and different music.
Wow, that makes so much sense. But I do see. I feel like some of these guys, I'm not gonna name names, but they do want to get to those other levels, and you hear them say it a lot too. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they want to be on those big platforms.
I feel like this, man. You stay true to yourself, it's gonna happen. I feel like you stay true to yourself and you do what you do and you talk to your people. It's enough people of your people that relate to what you doing that could actually cause enough noise to get you in any arena. I feel like you just got to stay true to yourself. You know, and you know, some people it may happen quicker for, some it may take longer. But staying true to yourself, to my understanding, because this is how I'm able to get in this position that I'm in so far, is by not conforming or just staying true to myself. I know that it's going to bring greater heights. So you know, that's that. You're one of the elites right now at this point. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, my brother.
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but the fact is, there's so many rappers now, like that are doing. It almost feels like your lane, but it's not, obviously, because you've risen to the top over a long time too. By the way,
I appreciate that. You know, like it's gonna be. I'm glad that more people is deciding they want to rap. Right?
Okay.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
My lane, I never feel threatened by because my shit is attached to real life experiences. So if you survive what I survived and you able to talk what I taught, you deserve that shit. You know what I'm saying? You deserve it. So I don't feel threatened from my position or what I bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? I just continue to only dig from what I speak in my life, rap about my shit. Nobody could be better than me.
At your life.
At my shit.
You
know what I'm saying?
That's real. So like the last time you was here, you was telling you actually mapped out your career. I told you when I started listening to you, and you told me like where you started, and then I seen in another interview you started talking about like the in betweens and the stops. You was actually like in the streets during these stops and stuff like that.
Right.
Now you have like a whole different bunch of like trust enterprises. You have Trust Health, Trust Radio.
Right.
Like there's a thing going on with these things. When you had quit rap to go back outside and stuff like that, was that part of the plan, or did it just like?
When I quit rap, I said rap not what I want to is not doing nothing for me. You don't stop something that you see. I don't want to use the word quit because I don't like that word. You know, I slowed down from being more consistent as I would be because it wasn't no way for me to liquidate off of my work. So that'll slow you down from putting out music and spending money on shit, right? So I just had it in my head that I'm just going to put out music whenever I want, but I'm not going to put all the money behind it and energy behind it because it's not bringing in no and plus, it was never no direct blueprint and idea of someone making it from where I was from or my area. So I was working off pure faith. It's a difference when you from a place where you've seen these dudes make it. That'll keep you pushing. Like, well, shit, if they did it. I'm from a place where it was never done. It took from guys from my area to do it to give me that extra push. Like, oh, nah, this could be done. And then, you know, that's what made me wake up. Prior to that, it was just a dream. It was just a dream, and it didn't seem too tangible. So, you know.
Was it Was it the Griselda movement?
Definitely.
Is that? Okay. Yeah.
Griselda movement is the movement that's from the Upstate area. That motivated me.
Yeah.
You know, to keep going. Even though, you know, in the Upstate area prior to them, you know, their rise, I know, like, in that area, I was more dominant and known in that area.
Right.
But it stopped at that area.
Right.
I didn't understand how you know, this whole system works.
Yeah.
So, you know, just putting out music in that area and it not growing, eventually I stopped putting the energy into it.
Gotcha.
Me seeing Griselda made me say, hold the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's that. I see it done.
Yeah. Right.
It could be done.
Right.
Let me go figure this out my way, and bring what I could bring to the table.
Yeah. You and Benny seem tight. Is that true? Or like, yeah.
That me and Benny.
He was on Trust at one point.
Was
yeah,
he?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Originally, you know, mind you, Upstate New York. You know, I was like, I always had the ear for talent up there.
Okay.
And I had heavy influence up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would go and find all the talent and, you know, provide places for to record and things of that nature and provide that energy for us to be able to push because we ain't had shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
We ain't had shit. We ain't had no. So, you know, I'm dream chasing on a different level.
Yeah.
And anybody who had them same goals, it was like, nah, let's work.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Benny, we ran across each other earlier, though.
Yeah.
Like, early, like, probably 21. Some shit like that.
Right.
And that came from me coming to Buffalo to record.
Right.
So I would go to Buffalo to record, and we gained a relationship and start working.
Yeah.
You know, later on, that relationship turned into him being part of the trust.
Okay.
I stopped during a period of time. That's when the rise of the Griselda came.
Right.
And when he went over there, it gave me the motivation to come back.
Right.
So I reached back out to my man, like, nah, I need to start rapping with you. And my man, like, all right, let's go. Because he knew what my pen was.
Right.
See, I was one of them guys, he didn't have to question my pen because he knew where I came from. He knew everything. Like, so to this day, he's somebody I know I could call that I ain't got a question that I know he gonna smoke it. And it's vice versa.
That's a fact.
It's vice versa. He know he could call 38 and a missile coming.
Right.
You know, you can't, it's only so many people you could feel like that about.
Yeah.
Like a guaranteed missile is coming.
Right. That's a
This
fact.
ain't no play. Like a guaranteed missile is coming. I call this guy. Somebody dying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, that's my homie. We call each other. That's my partner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
Like, you know.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you never know, man. You be like,
See, I
People
don't
seem-
really play the industry games because I just got into the industry.
yeah.
So I don't know how to play the politic and fake friends. I never took pictures with guys. I never was at events. I never played the political game. I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the fact that I never did the dick riding thing, the fake friendship thing, the fake song shit. I fuck with who fuck with me.
Yes, a fact.
I take pride to be able to reach this level from not dick riding. You know, I challenge you niggas to make it without dick riding.
Man, I salute
You
you on
heard?
that one.
I challenge you niggas to make it without calling everybody your homie and your friend.
Right.
Bro.
And bro,
Yeah, we was literally talking
no, for
about.
real though.
Yeah, we was literally talking about professional clout
You
chasers,
niggas
man.
you meet a nigga and that's
Professional
your
picture
man.
takers.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. I'm from a different era, a different cloth and shit. We take that shit personal.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yo, you just made me think of something. You know, in this day and age, man, it's a lot of weird stuff going on right now. You know what I'm saying? You got people snitching, you got people getting RICO charges, you got people volunteering to snitch. We had that the other day.
That's horrible.
It's crazy. It's crazy right now. Like,
That's fucking horrible.
what do you think about the state of, like, the game in terms of morals? You mentioned it earlier, morals, principles, and things like that.
Oh, well, man, I think them shits is going less. They going out the window.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, even outside of the industry and shit, like, you used to, it was like a thing to be honorable.
Right.
It was a thing to, like, ride for your homie. It was a thing to not, it was a thing to go to jail.
Yeah.
Like, we actually praise guys that did time. It's like, yo, he just came home from doing such and such. And he was the man for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where you got your stripes from not telling.
Right.
This how you was able to be in a position to lead when I was growing up.
Yeah.
You know, the leaders now is the reason why we in the position that we in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's no morals and it's no principles that's actually in the front line position that's telling these, you know, you shouldn't tell, and you should stand for this, and you should stand for that. And none of that is really being mattered, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a person shouldn't have a career or be heard of or supported in any type of way if their name was affiliated with anything dishonorable in that manner.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's a fact. Because I know exactly what you're talking about, exactly what you mean. And what, like, from the way I see it, it's like, I think, like, with the internet and the less gatekeepers and stuff like that, a lot of the things go unchecked. So you're allowed to have a lot of commentary in places that you wasn't, you know, places you ain't never been. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I know, like, the things that I say have repercussions because I've been punched in the face for saying something disrespectful. I've had to fight for situations. You understand what I'm saying? I've literally been jumped because I said, "Go get all." He actually went and got everybody. You get what I'm saying? So I know, like, if I'm saying this, I'm going to stand on this. You get what I'm saying? But as far as, like, with the internet and the less gatekeeping, you know, you can just get hot by just saying a bunch of clickbait kind of things.
Right.
And now you have these things, like, what's the reward for staying solid? We would say, like, for a because now it's like I said before, like, there was always the fear of being disrespected by a community. But if you ain't never needed your community to blow up at this point, right? What's the reward of, like, just staying solid?
The reward for just doing it is just, it's an inner peace thing for me.
Wow.
You know, I like to be able to know I'm giving my son advice from an honorable place. I got a son and one on the way.
Congratulations.
I can't be a rat telling my son to stand up for some shit.
Wow.
How the fuck y'all gonna do that? So let me tell you something, you pops out there that turned rat. How the fuck you gonna be in a position to tell your son anything when you ran away from your responsibilities and your consequences, homie?
Wow. That's
Like,
heavy.
no, this is real shit, though.
Yeah.
Like, how could you be a father to another child and tell a man to be a man when you ain't standing up to your responsibilities? I don't understand that. So you're not just throwing out a guy in prison when you tell on him. You throwing out your morals and your principles as a man and your power to lead. You'll never be in a position to lead the people when you dishonorable. And the people is not just the people, it's your family. It's your family. Because if I'm a little boy and I seen my father on the stand, it's nothing he could tell me. Now you just took your whole power as a man. You supposed to be the most influential person in my life. But you ain't set no standard of how I'm supposed to carry myself. So if your pops is a rat, I feel sorry for you. I'm here to guide the guys to let y'all know not to be like that. You know?
That's heavy.
And that's the reward. The reward is being in a power or a position to lead. It don't matter where you at. You could be in prison. You're still a powerful motherfucker. Why? Because you stood on your principle. You mean nothing when you don't do that. You mean nothing. You can't buy this shit. You can't buy this shit. I know niggas with millions of dollars that's gonna be 3 people at their funeral. Because you can't pay for the respect. You can't buy morality. You can't buy them principles. You can't buy how you positively impact people's lives from being genuine. You understand? So it don't. If you ratting to get out of position, it don't matter. You still fucked up. Cause you got kids out here. If you do, and if you ever have kids, what you gonna tell them? So that's the reward for staying solid.
Don't pawn these gems.
That's heavy right there.
Not pawn these jewels right here, man.
Yo, I wanted to ask you about Upstate again, man. You know, New Yorkers be like, you know, New York City. By the way, let me say this. I'm gonna say this. I say this almost every interview. I'm originally from Delaware. It's been a minute, but I'm really from Delaware, so I can relate to the Upstate plight, right? Because you said something earlier that made me think about coming to New York from Delaware and having to make my mark in that way, because you know Delaware is Delaware, right? The Upstate, you know, there's a lot of jokes in the city. They say Upstate don't count, and then you flip it, and then y'all seem to be the ones holding it down. The actual stuff that we want to hear. How do you feel about that now? Because the city ain't really.
Why you looking at me?
I'm looking at you. Why you know I'm looking at you?
My thing is this, man. I don't really gotta say nothing because the music's saying it all.
Yeah.
We let the music talk, and the music is gonna talk, and that's it. You know, at the end of the day, the music gonna show who leading and who following.
That's a fact. Yeah.
It's really not about a conversation.
Yeah.
It's really about
putting up the numbers.
He ain't gotta say nothing.
you know, it's not a conversation. I know what I want to hear when I'm getting busy.
Right. Right.
So everybody provide a service. So artists got to decide what service y'all want to provide.
Right.
I know who I'm talking to.
Right.
And y'all ain't talking to me.
Right.
So, you know, y'all niggas ain't gonna never get in my shit. You know?
Yo, I remember they used to talk slick about Yonkers a long time ago, you know, because I've known the Locks for about 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So back in the day, though, even before that, people used to talk crazy about Yonkers. Now, Yonkers holding it down as well.
You know, like I said, man.
Yeah.
You know, we are part of New York, and I think people talk anything crazy about what they don't know.
Yeah. That's
so
true
at
too.
the end of the day, like
That's
I
true
said, with
too.
us not having no blueprint, we had to come show and prove.
Yeah.
I respect it because New York is an important place to represent.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, with them not knowing, I can understand them being standoff, but we done showed and proved now.
Yeah, at this point.
At this point, we done showed and proved. So you know,
anybody saying
all that
something
shit is
crazy
just
about
old.
Upstate,
That's just old conversation.
That's true too.
That's just like, remember when they used to?
Right.
No,
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Right.
we here now.
Yeah, facts.
You know, throw the beat on. Nigga.
Yeah.
What y'all want to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, on a side note, you know, okay, let's just get personal. Cool G Rap is my favorite MC, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We go way back too.
That's dope.
I was talking to him right here in this room, and he told me y'all working on Son of G Rap 2.
Ooh,
Yeah.
he told you that?
Oh yeah. See, that's you know what I'm saying?
He told you that?
He told me.
Yeah, ill nigga, man.
What?
He told
What?
you that mean it's going down, man.
That's what's up.
Nah, it's going down, man. Like, you know, Son of G Rap 2 is in the works. We gonna fuck them up with that, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I like making trilogies and shit. I don't like just making a project and walking away from it.
Oh, so it's going to be 3.
Yeah, that's what I would hope.
That's what you want. Okay.
You know, I like to drop shit like 5 shots, 6 shots, 7 shots.
Right.
You know, I like to drop trilogies and shit. So we definitely working on the second one.
Okay. So I gotta ask you, what is it about G Rap that makes you gravitate to him so much?
The wordplay, the multi-syllable wordplay.
Yeah.
He was the first guy I ain't gonna say the first guy I heard because I heard a lot of my favorite rappers before I heard G. I heard G after hearing Nas and Jay-Z, Big and Pop. So let's get that understood.
Okay, so you went back.
I went back because I was in a trap at 14 and I heard a Clue tape and there was some guy named G Rap at the end of it and he says I was rapping already. I heard this guy and he said his wordplay was immaculate. So I asked one of the big homies, yo, who was that? He was like, that's Cool G Rap. That name sounded old school to me. I said, his name what? And he rapping like that? It ain't make no sense to me. Because the niggas I knew with names like that sounded like a hip, the hop, I thought. That's what I thought.
Right.
Because I'm a young nigga.
Yeah.
This the young nigga mentality. See, when the older niggas hear G-Rap, they got a different mentality. They don't know how the young niggas is introduced to him.
Right.
By the time I'm introduced to him, This like 99. I saw 98, 99. I so happened to hear him on a mixtape.
Yeah.
I'm like, who the fuck? Then I go back. And he become my favorite rapper because now he put at that period of point of time he was working on I think like the Roots of Evil album.
Yeah, Roots of Evil.
So when the Roots of Evil came out, I'm like, yo, this guy could really rap. He had a 10-minute damn song on there telling the story, and he was like the most vivid
love story.
Yes.
Part 1, 2, and 3.
Exactly. Me being a kid, because I'm a kid at this time, that was very interesting to me. I could close my eyes, see everything he talk about. It's like watching a movie and shit. He became my favorite rapper. I didn't care about the logistics of whether this could be on the radio or not. As a kid, I liked the entertainment factor of it, that somebody was able to put words together and tell a story in that manner.
Yeah.
Using multi-syllable rhyme schemes.
Yeah.
So that's how he grew to be my favorite rapper. And I always was like, some of the beats he rapped on, I was like, I wish he ain't rap on that beat, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, one day I'm gonna make an album with him and get him to rap on all the beats that I want.
Yeah.
As a kid, though.
Right.
You was A&R
And I feel like
records in your head.
that. I feel like that about a few artists, but I ain't gonna say their name. Y'all just gonna see me pop up with albums with them.
Wow.
And it's gonna be
Older
some
school
amazing
artists?
shit. I guess these young niggas will call us all old school.
That's a
Like
fact.
if you was around in the 90s and making the shit that I was making, that I make, they gonna call you old school and shit. So I would say that, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Old school artists to these young niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. So let's do this real quick. Can you give us your top 5? Did you already do that? You did that already?
My shit changed though.
Okay.
My shit changed every week. I be different moods. and
Okay,
shit.
we can compare
So
the two.
yeah, you can compare the two. Right now, I'm feeling like shit. Like I said, this is crazy. I got categories and shit. The top 5 this, the top 5 that.
True.
Top 5 that. Because there's certain niggas that don't go on my top 5 list that was the best at what they did. Let's try that. So fuck that. I'm gonna start with them niggas first.
Okay, bet.
Right? These the top 5 niggas that I feel like was the best at what they did, that I love, that ain't really get that much work and shit like that. And there's a few of them.
Okay.
First is my boy Half a Mil.
Oh, okay.
Never get a chance to speak about Half a Mil on none of this, because when you say top 5, I automatically think of the most influential, right? But I gotta say, no. What about the niggas that had me keep rewinding they shit and be like, this guy's amazing, and it just probably was a record or two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let me Half a Mil, right? When I first heard Half on AZ album, I think it was Love Is Love track, and oh my god, man, it was amazing.
Legend.
Big L.
Big L, yeah.
When I heard those punchlines put together in that manner, it was like amazing to me.
Smooth.
You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't forcing it. It just came natural every bar. Yeah.
Every ball. You know what I'm saying? Styles P. Right? Yeah. Was like one of the most consistent to me, and like, you know, took me to a certain place. Beanie Siegel. Right?
Yes, sir.
Beanie Siegel was one of the most believable that I felt. When I heard him, I felt him.
Yeah.
I felt him like,
man, for
I
real.
felt like, damn, and it was convincing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody rapped them prison bars like you.
I never heard nothing like it.
Man, life is real and all that. I'm like, yo.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna throw Kiss in there just for the punchlines.
Okay.
And you know, flow pattern and punchline and shit, wittiness. Right? That's for like the top 5 of the niggas that I wouldn't mention when I go to my top 5 of most influential, because I'm thinking about most influential.
Yeah.
And that would be like Big, Nas, Hove, Pop, and I put G-Rap in my top 5 just because that's G.
Yes.
You heard?
I mean, but like he switched a lot of like from where there's a distinct difference from before he started rapping to after he started rapping. So definitely the influence is obviously like there for like
Right.
G rap on
Right.
like a lot of
Right.
yeah.
So you know that'll be. And I gotta throw Big Pun in there somewhere. He fall on either one of them lists.
Yeah.
If you had to make a list that included Fred, what would that be?
That would be in today's era. See, when I go top 5, I'm just including all the niggas that I get busy with and myself.
Okay. Got you.
How would I not? It wouldn't be fair if I did that. Right. The list wouldn't even go past. That wouldn't be fair.
Right.
If we talking about the guys that I get busy with and my peers.
Yeah.
Then we talking different.
Right.
But before we go there, I gotta give respect to the homies.
So top 5 amongst your peers.
Oh, talking now. Now we talking. I might ruffle a lot.
Yeah, that's what I know what's gonna happen. Yeah,
I might ruffle a lot of feathers
your
with this,
peers
but
now.
I get busy. I know who get busy. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Ransom is the hardest guy to rap behind, right?
Okay.
Let's get this understood. You know how to rap. If Ransom sent you a verse and you sent it back,
right?
You know how to rap.
Yeah,
I fall in the category of niggas that know how to rap,
right?
Because I rap with Ransom before and after him, right?
Boom.
Benny the Butcher got one of the nicest pens in the game right now.
Right.
Shay Noor.
Hey, I was waiting.
Let's get this understood.
Yeah.
Is one of the best rappers, pen wise. Is another person that's hard to rap behind. If you rap with Shay Noor, go listen to Shay Noor and Black Thought. Black Thought, one of the best. I gotta put him on that list too.
Yeah.
You know. But Shay got the best verse on the record with Black Thought. I don't care. Now what? Now what?
Wow.
Shay smoked Black Thought on that record. Now what? I said it. I said it. I said it now.
Spicy in here right now.
I love Black Thought.
Okay.
Shay smoked them.
Okay.
Shay got the better verse. If we talking about, if this is a sport, like the way I view it, you know, this is a sport.
Yeah.
That don't mean you the better rapper or the better because you had a better game that day.
Yeah,
let's get this shit understood.
You scored a couple more points
That's
this night.
understood.
Yeah.
On that night, she put up more points.
She got some buckets. Yeah.
That's with a great.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
With a great. So, you know, Shay Noor is one of the best.
She a beast on the beats too.
Yeah, she one of the best. Conway. You know, provides a service. He gives me a feel.
Yeah.
And his wordplay is unorthodox.
Right.
And beautiful.
Yeah.
Fred belongs on that list when it comes to punchlines and slickness and wittiness of the top 5 current.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, them the guys that I'm talking about current. Now, it's everybody else is dope. It's a bunch of dope motherfuckers that I'm like.
Yeah.
But we like right now, for what the shit that I do and that wittiness and that wordplay and that multi-syllable, like those the people.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. Nah, it's just.
That's a list for like thing as far as like your peers, cause you done been in the ring with some
yeah.
Yeah,
I love it, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I was telling people people that's a little bit older, they like, oh, hip hop's dead and da 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 da. I'm like, man, y'all not tapping in. Y'all not tapping in at all right now.
And I just rediscovered Nokia phone. With Fred, I just rediscovered that shit. God damn, that shit is elite, bro. That shit is definitely elite. Yo, man. All right, then. So, as far as like Dirty Spesh, we already talked about. I think we already touched a little bit on the thing on like the conglomerate of what trust is. Shout out to Man of Money. Like I had mentioned on the last one, and then she came back. She hit me like, I'm actually doing Trust Radio at this point, right? What other like endeavors are we talking about for as far as like trust?
Trust Films. Trust Books, Trust Fitness. It's just gonna keep going, man. We're gonna have Trust Daycares around this motherfucker. Trust Community Centers. I'm actually starting to do a lot of community work. You know, when I go back to the town, I got a lot of meeting with some different councilmen and people from the mayor's office to try to get involved with the community and creating some actual place where people like myself have a place to hone their skills. Like a lot of times, and this is my understanding, and it's a basketball court in every ghetto. You know, but the probability of making it on a basketball is very slim.
Yeah.
If you were talented and athletic, you got a place to go if you play basketball, or a field to go shoot a football.
Yeah.
Me, I wasn't too athletic. I was more creative.
Right.
There was no places for me to really go and create. So I had to go and do other things that help me get in those environments to be able to create.
Yeah.
I started off young, but if it was places for me to hone my skills, like how it was a court in every ghetto, but if it was somewhere that I could hone my skills that actually taught me the actual business,
Right.
where I could be self-reliant, then I probably would have had an easier route in life and wouldn't have had to experience some of the things, because I made it here by luck.
Yeah.
Why you say by luck? Because, I mean, you talented in them.
That's not the talent, it's the actual overcoming the streets and not dying or being incarcerated. That's the luck part.
Yeah.
Fuck the talent. When you make it to this age where I'm from, that's the luck.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I didn't catch a deal when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
You know, you know.
Yeah.
Coming from where I'm come from, when you make it to this age, you're lucky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I made it here by luck. If I was provided different opportunities at an early age, and this was my sport, which is my sport, was taken serious and understood, and it was actually places to provide it in these ghettos where information was provided. So, you know, I'm going to sit with some people in my city to see how I can help provide these opportunities.
Yeah.
For, you know, so that's the next thing that we're working on.
What makes you want to do that? Because I don't get the impression that artists, they give back, you know what I mean? They give back, but a lot don't give back like this. You know what I'm saying? It's a short list.
My thing is, it ain't even really like giving back money is the easiest thing to do. Like, okay, I need to give back some money or whatever, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Giving back information is like priceless.
Yeah. Right.
You know, you give back the information, and whoever got the ambition, they gonna fly.
Yeah.
It don't take much to give information. It's actually take less energy to give information than to do money. Person would rather give a person money to keep control over them, so that you can always come back.
Right.
Teach a man to fish type vibes.
Right.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you know, I don't want to put too much highlight and energy on giving back as if it's a strain financially.
Right.
It's just actually not being selfish with the information,
Right.
which more people should do.
Yeah.
You shouldn't hold the information to have leverage over your people.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's really, I wouldn't like to call that giving back. I would like to call that bringing back information.
Right. Right.
Giving back is more or less me coming out of my pocket.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing back information.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it ain't just providing that environment for you to record. It's providing the information to teach you to be self-reliant.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
You know?
Yeah. You posted, and I felt this. Your brother had passed.
Right.
Recently.
Condolences.
You know, condolences on that, man.
I appreciate that.
I felt that post heavy, man. Can you talk about him a little bit?
Yeah, well, you know, my brother was the one that taught me how to rap.
Okay.
So, you know, that's my mother's second son. You know, she only had 3 boys and
Okay.
shit. We 6 years apart.
Right.
And so he's my big brother that I looked up to. He was a heavy loved person in the community and respected person in the community. His passing looked at like a celebrity passed in my city. How many people came out because that's how loved he was. You know, so I just, you know, left from the services actually day before yesterday, and it's right back to work.
Yeah.
So I want to be I want to be like the example of what strength is supposed to be.
Right.
You know, I lost a lot of people. You know, that's another thing that we're gonna tune in on is mental health. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact, man.
It's like, you know,
It's
a lot
important.
of us deal with mental health in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
So, you know, we was already brainstorming on ways to provide outlets where we could actually talk to the people, you know, on some therapy shit. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you know, people from my environment have it overcame more than people from these other environments.
Yeah.
We faced with different things.
Yeah.
A lot of people ain't have to bury nobody due to gun violence that's not from our environments.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so, you know, the mental health conditions and shit that we deal with, that shit need to be targeted by the leaders and the influencers such as myself.
Yeah.
So I go through these things knowing that it just put me in a position to be able to lead and be more relatable to the next person.
Right.
So like I said, I just, you know, left from a service not more than 48 hours ago, and I'm here.
Yeah.
Actually, the service was, what's today? Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, I think Monday or some shit.
Yeah.
But you see, I scheduled this.
Yeah, because you was out of OT. We tried to get you in earlier this week, and
Yeah.
you told me you was OT. Yeah, fact.
But the show keep going. And it hurts.
Yeah.
Like, I deal with real pain. That's my brother. That's the one that taught me how to rap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, I want that to be an example for the people out there that's going through shit. I also lost my mother,
Man, I'm
like,
sorry. Yeah.
not too long ago.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I want y'all to know that no matter what happens, you got to keep pushing and being strong and be strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we all are gonna leave one day. Treat people the way they're supposed to be treated while they're here, and you won't have no regrets when motherfuckers leave.
Yeah. Right.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, that's that.
So as far as you're talking about like mental health, I think like a big part of mental health might be like the reflection. Like, you went from prison to talking to the mayor, you know what I'm saying, and like putting together these things. Are you like at this point in your life now satisfied where you at, and do you know like the people that you just lost, are you know that in your heart that they're proud of you? Have you ever reflected like, I know they're proud of me?
Well, I knew they was proud of me. My goal was always to make them proud. I made them proud as a kid with whatever I did because I was a perfectionist at it. I knew my brother was proud of me when I, you know, was outside. You know, I know that's been my goal in life.
Yeah.
So like I've been satisfied with that, with making them proud. You know, I'm past that point now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like I want to be able to provide a certain level of pride to my children and their children, to be able to walk with a certain level of, you know, confidence.
Yeah.
Knowing where they come from, knowing the things that their people was faced with and overcame. You know, so, you know, I know my peoples that came before me is definitely proud of me. But the goal is to make sure the ones that's after me had the confidence to be able to know what they capable of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So am I satisfied? I ain't satisfied because I ain't proved to them they full capabilities yet.
Yeah.
There's so much more that I need to do.
But you did. I mean, it's a lot.
I did a few things.
It's like, do you understand? Because a lot of people a lot of people go through imposter syndrome. You get what I'm saying? They're not necessarily sure of like, damn, I really like. You actually sat up, and now you talking to the mayor about doing things in the community. Like, how many people that was in your position at one point can actually say that, and you say it so smooth. Like,
so now, because at the end of the day, I admire my idols is great people. You know, Malcolm X did 8 to 10 years in prison or something like that, and he's a worldwide public figure.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And, you know, so when your idols are great people, you look at your accomplishments as minute, and there's so much more work to do. This is how you become great.
Yeah. And Malcolm died at what age? You know what I mean?
39.
30.
Under 40.
Yeah.
39.
You understand?
Him and King.
So what you got to realize is, like, if I'm measuring to the standards of today, then I could celebrate and pat myself on the back. But if I measure myself to the greatest that did it, I got a lot of work to do. Right. So that's satisfied. I'm satisfied I'm in the right direction. You know, I'm not content, and my hunger is deep.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied I'm not in the streets. But satisfaction is a daily game. It's a daily journey.
What about your kids, man? Do they want to? What do they like? You mentioned sort of showing that pride to them. I mean, the pride from the people before, like your brother and your mom. But what about them? Do they look at you in the same way? Like, are they like, yo, my dad is?
It's crazy because I got kids at different ages, so they affect them different. I got an 18-year-old that seen me all my different levels of life.
Right.
So he's seen the transition from nobody knowing who his dad is to people, you know, recognizing his dad or talking about his dad or his dad next to Kevin Durant and things of that nature.
Right.
So he looks at it different. It's like more like, wow, my dad. But I got a 7-year-old that by the time she started realizing what's going on, you know, she's been seeing me interact with fans, and it's normalized.
It's been
to her.
here already.
It's kind of normalized to her.
Right.
You know, but still, they all understand who their dad is and where they come from.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they understand the balance, because still at the day, I still come from where I come from, and I still got people there. So it's easy to recognize the difference. Like, okay, well, dad lived like this, but, you know.
Yeah.
So my hunger a little different. Like, a person might say, I reached a certain level of success because I live a certain way, but that ain't success for me. You know, when I still got people that's there. True success for me,
Just pulling them out too,
is, you know, being able to provide enough opportunities to where, you know, it changes everyone that I care about or close to, and things of that nature.
Right.
Or even if it don't, the opportunity is there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the success to me. So that's where my hunger is at. If it was like some of these guys' hunger is to look like a rapper. I looked like a rapper 15 years ago.
did that.
No real shit.
Right.
So I got a different kind of hunger. I'm here like, come here, give me something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Did you know KD when he tweeted that out?
never met him.
You never. So that just damn. So where were you when you found out like KD was tweeted out about how we need to hold you on 30?
Somebody sent it to my phone, and I was like, what the fuck? All right, let me tell y'all the real shit though. Right, that's the real shit though. I don't watch sports.
Oh wow. Okay.
I never had time to and shit. When I was young, I always would catch like the Super Bowl,
The big games and stuff.
the big games or the big fight.
Right.
Just because it was the thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I always heard Kevin Durant name.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Always heard of certain guys' names in the league and shit. You know, Kevin Durant, Curry, Brown, like certain guys and shit I would hear, but I never really was like, let me go catch the games as I'm actually starting to now.
Right.
So I got time to sit down.
That
and plus,
okay.
You know, I need to know. There's a lot of shit going on.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I need to know what the fuck going on and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Make for better punchlines.
Yeah. Some guys wasn't outside and active, so they know everything about sports, and they whole shit be like, I was such and such, like all these sports references. I ain't had time to watch it. My references come from real life experiences. I'm outside. I'm outside. Not saying nothing wrong with the sports watchers. I'm in the house now. I'm about to start watching sports. Ain't saying about nothing. I earned that privilege. I earned that privilege, but there was a lot of guys who ain't had shit that gotta go catch the game.
Right.
Why you worry about catching the game and you broke, nigga?
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why you want to go watch a bunch of motherfuckers who got some money play basketball, nigga, and you ain't got no money? That shit doesn't make any sense. So, and a lot of guys that I would watch, you know, who was so determined to go and watch the game, owe me money and shit. I'm calling you owe me money. You watching that? Stop talking shit.
The finals is on, bro. Relax.
No. But yo, shout out to KD.
Go Eagles.
Yo,
sorry.
I ain't know KD personally, and I never really knew the sport of everything.
Yeah.
So when they sent it to me, it was sent by the homies, like, or one of the homies, like, yo, that was KD, nigga, just tweeted your shit. So I'm like, word. Now I'm like, oh, that's a big deal and shit. Now I'm like, KD gotta be a real nigga.
Yeah.
Automatically, he showed me he was a real nigga. First off, this is a political game. Niggas just don't tweet you if everybody not talking about you. Nobody wants to be the first to do it. They want to, oh, nah, da. So when he did it, I'm like, this guy's a real guy. He relating to the shit that I say. That's fire.
Yeah.
Like, he understands what I'm saying and shit. You know what I mean? That's just how it started. So after he tweeted it, you know, my album dropped. First he tweeted that 38 Spesh is one of them special ones. That was the first thing. But then after the album dropped, he tweeted the album and put it in his IG story. So I had to go and thank the brother. Like, you know, he's showing me love because I'm not used to that.
Just the natural off the
Now I'm not used to that. So I'm like, let me go and let him know I appreciate this because I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, bro, good looking, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, and I gave him my number. And then he texted me and we just locked in.
That's dope.
You
still rapping? Cause I know he had that freestyle with Braun one time. You ever heard him?
I ain't here. I gotta check it. But I'm pretty sure if he understands what I'm saying, then he know music. So that's all I know. He know music. He said 38 Spesh, one of them special ones. I trust his ear.
I like that guy.
I trust the man ear. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So
we feel the same way about Spesh.
Right. So that's how that happened. So after my brother passed, he sent me a text check up on me. And it went from that to, you know, us linking. So they ended up coming by the crib and shit.
That's dope.
Yeah, you know, we just kicked it and shit, you know. And he the homie, man. You know what I mean? He's a genuine dude, man. So that's what I say. I come in the game not dick riding. I played my position fucking with the people that fuck with me. I stand on that. I fuck with the people that fuck with me.
Everything be genuine.
It's all genuine.
Everything is genuine.
If it happen, it happen. If it don't, it don't. That's not what I'm here for. Everybody else want to make friendships and force shit and have big homies and bros and shit. I advise you to be self-reliant first. Let everything else happen organically. Your people is gonna come to you.
The real gonna see. The real gonna see.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my nigga KD. You know what I'm saying? He's a real one. You know, he's a real one. He's not one of these industry guys that waited until Spesh, till everybody else was saying Spesh that nigga.
Right.
Cause Spesh that nigga. And everybody else, if they don't say it, fuck it, Spesh that nigga. But it is what it is. And whoever y'all think that nigga, if y'all think, tell them to come in over here and hop in a booth. Throw a beat on it. We could perform. We keep the camera rolling. And we could see who could, nigga, off the top. You give us a topic. Now let's see who execute. You niggas got to go home with shit when y'all on track with Spesh. Y'all not doing it right here. Nigga, I write my bars right here on the spot. You niggas gonna have to listen to my shit and go home like, you need time to think, nigga.
One day you seen it.
One day seen it.
Just witnessed it.
I like that. I like that energy. I like that energy.
My gun
fully loaded.
My pen is strong. Give a fuck, y'all, because might not like what I'm talking about. Y'all might not like how I say it, bitch, but the pen is strong.
That's a fact.
Y'all gonna respect it.
Alright, 38 Spesh. Anything?
Wait, before we go, he gonna kill me if I don't. I have to shout out my man Chef T, man.
Oh, Chef T, that's my chef. That's my personal chef.
That's
shout out to man. Shout out to Chef T.
You got a chef?
Man, I got a chef
from the start too.
Man, I got a chef from the sky. Man, he'll tell you, man. He be coming to my crib and putting it down, man. There's plenty times I done had him cook for events, or I done just had him come cook for me and the kids. So yeah, hell yeah, I got a chef, a personal chef. I just flew him out to Rochester. You know what I'm saying? One time I fly him out to my shit. Right. Anytime I have a trust event, Chef T is my personal chef. So y'all make sure y'all come get some of that Chef T shit. I'm having a listening party for some new shit. Oh, y'all even know I'm dropping some new shit. I can't even announce it.
We need exclusive.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. When y'all in this,
should be
Monday.
I'm dropping some shit November 18th. So I'm coming again. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
So you gonna come
November
back to
18th.
One World?
Why not?
All right,
We
boy.
might need some bars next time.
What is some bars?
What are you talking about?
Y'all gonna have to pay for them shits.
Oh,
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
well, how about we have a battle? We
We could do that.
We could do.
Cause I'm a competitive nigga. Man.
We do 8
Something that
bars
move
each.
my
8 bars
pen.
each.
You must say something that move my pen. I might have to.
I might.
do
All
that.
right, boom. One
You
nigga got
heard?
beats.
You bring a
One
nigga that's
got
nice
beats.
in here and shit, man. And,
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll bring your boy in here.
Like, do
See
something.
who comes out with the best 16 or 12 or 8, whatever.
yeah. So we all good.
Yeah.
Y'all appreciate
30
y'all having
Spesh,
me.
appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah.
No
You
doubt.
know, I had to pull up, man. When he told me he had the interview, I said, yo, I got to meet 38, man, for real.
That's it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. All right, man. So this episode 10.
So 10 is in the books.
Facts, man. One shout out to one behind the camera, and we out, man. IT.
Hello.